Yeah, that's fine. You keep your brake lights on in my eyes as long as you want, pal. It's not like it's been over a minute. At this point, I think he's on the wind up. What's going on, team? Welcome back to the vlog. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks since I was in Marbella and finally getting back into being able to film something. Initially, this was going to be a double training day, my last one going into Hyrox. However, we spent yesterday morning in A&E. Somehow, I wasn't even playing rugby. There was no contact. I was in the warm-up, twisted, made a pass, and something went pop across the top of my ribs. So we had to go get it checked out just to make sure it wasn't a cracked rib. Luckily it wasn't, but it was a ruptured abdomen. So my top left ab has ruptured, pulled away slightly from the other side. So it's not as painful today. We are 2 days post it happening, but it's still there. I still can't really rotate to my left without it flaring up, and I also can't laugh and I can't cough without it hurting. So today is going to be interesting. We had a strength session anyway, but I was supposed to run later. I don't think I'm going to be able to run. I'm going to give it a go, but I don't think I'm going to. So we are going to go through a strength session, but I'm also going to talk to you about tapering and tapering ready for a Hyrox race. I have Birmingham, hopefully, in a week's time or 6 days, as long as I'm feeling okay to do it. So this week is going to be about tapering and getting the body feeling fresh. So I'm going to try and explain what a taper week should look like if you've never done one before or you're not sure exactly how you should be preparing for your races. So today's session hopefully is going to be two, but if it's just one, it's going to be strength. We're focusing mainly on upper body and we're going to have to work around this injury. It's a lot of flat bench stuff to start with, which I think should be okay. I haven't got any dumbbell work, which would mean I have to kind of curl back into place. I'm going to go with a flat barbell. So hopefully we can get away with it and we can work around my ab. But we'll see. We might have to make some adaptations as we go. And then we're also going to test a few of the Hyrox movements, more so to see how the body's feeling with them, but also to just get a little bit of exposure to them going into the race this week. So yeah, let's get into the gym. We'll go through that session and then I'll talk you through tapering and the kind of approach that you can take leading into your race. One thing we are doing today is dosing up on ibuprofen and paracetamol. Do I recommend it? No, but I can't not train. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's run through today's session before we start going over tapering. It was a dominant upper body session, starting off with some strict press. We added in a 3 second isometric pause overhead, going for 5 sets of 5 and just working through that. I wanted to test how my core was feeling with any overhead movement, and it actually felt pretty good. This is my attempt at getting down onto the bench, trying not to twist over to the left. I looked like a real old man going into that. But the second part was 12 bench press, supersetted with 12 bent over reverse fly. We're in a bit of a hypertrophy block at the moment, trying to put on some muscle and a little bit of weight. So that's why the reps are a little bit higher than usual. And today it was just about trying to test things out. We would usually have some alternating dumbbell press, but obviously with the core, I didn't want to risk any of that. So we used a chest press machine. Haven't used these in a long time, but really felt this. And we worked through 3 sets of 20 reps, 10 each side. Wanted to test a couple of Hyrox movements, again, working on upper body. So we had a seated pull, 25 feet, making sure we're only using arms and lats in that position, and then supersetted that with some farmer's carry. Both of these felt okay. Little bit concerned about the sled pull if my ab is still playing up, but seated it was okay, just making sure I was using arms, but it's not quite the Hyrox weight we're going to be using. Now, tapering for Hyrox. The reason we want to do this is to feel good going into race day. We want to accumulate lots of volume during your training block, but tapering allows your body to recover going into your race. You want to maintain the intensity of training, so you don't want to lower the intensity, you just want to lower the overall volume. That's going to help you feel primed going into races. You don't want to rest
the week before, because your body is then suddenly going to have a massive jolt of intensity going into race day. If you keep your intensity up, you should feel primed going into that race. Now, how you can go about doing this is just reducing the overall volume by 20 to 40%. So, an example of this, if you've got a usual 30-minute workout, reduce that to 20 minutes. Or if you're accumulating 20 kilometers of running across the week, reduce that to 15 kilometers in your week leading up to race day. It's a simple way of reducing that overall volume, but allowing you to stay primed and ready for your race day. Now, if you enjoyed that video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one, and it will be my Hyrox vlog in Birmingham.